Big news in this CMP National Matches Update show. We have the exclusive first interview with CEO and Chairman of the Board, Jerry O'Keefe, on the procurement of M14 rifles. Details you don't want to miss. Then, the groundbreaking ceremony for the expansion of the Gary Anderson Competition Center. The National Matches team trophies are awarded, and our own Serena Juknowski is on a winning team. Then Mother Nature shuts down the vintage sniper match, plus a profile on junior Eli Graff, and Crosman is in the vendor showcase. Welcome to this edition of the CMP's National Matches Update Show. Right out of the gate, we have the exclusive first interview with Jerry O'Keefe, CEO and Chairman of the Board, the CMP. He's got details on the M14 program, and it doesn't end there. We have big news in an announcement, a new rifle procurement, and that is exciting, yes?
It is hugely exciting. As everyone that's watching this knows, about a week or so ago, we announced that the government will transfer M14 rifles to the civilian marksmanship program, that we will modify them, make them permanently and irreversibly semi-automatic, and then make them available for sale to eligible U.S. citizens.
And a tremendous amount of work has gone into that because there is some specific nuance to achieving this goal.
There sure is. So we have worked very closely again with our federal partners. We walked them through every step of the conversion process, not only the steps in the process, but the details in terms of how the conversions are actually going to happen, how the machining is going to work, so that the end state that we get a fully compliant, semi-automatic M14 rifle that's consistent with the CMP enabling legislation and therefore available to sale for U.S. citizens.
And that's vitally important because these were originally serialized as fully automatic firearms. To what extent can we talk about that?
Yeah, so we've always felt that there was a legal pathway to do this. And without getting into all the legal nuance, one of the big factors is CMP's unique status as an entity. We are a federally chartered, not-for-profit, but that federal charter provides significant authorizations and exemptions that no other entity that sells firearms has. And so we're able to use that with the existing federal law to find a legal path to be able to do it. And actually, we didn't have to change legislation. This was authorized all under existing legislation and policy. There was no law that needed to be changed to be able to enable this. And obviously, we wouldn't have made the announcement without going through all of those legal hoops with the appropriate federal entities.
Yeah, that due diligence piece you can count on. We're not going to come off half-cocked with this idea.
No, we've spent an extraordinary amount of time and effort thinking through every step in this process, working with our partners to get everybody in agreement. And again, the culmination of that was the announcement about a week or so ago.
There is a key step in this because each and every rifle will have to be touched, will have to be permanently rendered semi-automatic. How difficult has that process been leading into this?
I mean, it's a huge task for sure. We're going to leverage technology. We're going to use OCR technology, optical character recognition technology, to help us manage the serial numbers as they go through the conversion process. So we'll know down to the second when every single gun by serial number is converted and is permanently semi-automatic. We'll be able to deliver reports to any of our federal partners that need them, but we have worked every bit of this down to the finest detail.
One other big speculation that's been flying around the internet is these are going to be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a piece, but that's not so.
No, it's not so. It sounds good,
yeah.
but no. And I guess let me step back. Some of the speculation also was about, well, how many of them there will be. And the government is going to keep some for ceremonial purposes and some for operational regions, but they're going to transfer the overwhelming majority of them to us. And we have a pretty good idea of what that number is. It's going to be well over 100,000. And so based on that, and again, our status as a not-for-profit, while we haven't set the final price point, it will be under $2,000 per gun.
That piece is going to be exciting when the audience hears it. The other element is you're not limited to just one.
Correct. Our initial thought is that the limit is going to be two M14s per person per year, and we'll see how that goes. But we think that's the right number to start with. It's still pretty constrained, but we certainly hope to get these out to as many eligible U.S. citizens that want them, and then we'll continue to look at the limits.
Can we talk about time frame?
Oh, absolutely. In the press release from about a week ago, we said late 2026, early 2027. Just in that interim period of time, I think we're kind of settling on early 2027. And for everybody out there, we expected the demand for this to be extraordinary, and frankly, the feedback on all the different forums and websites and YouTubes has even exceeded what we expected. So we now know that we're going to have to spend a few months building up a pretty large inventory of converted guns before we go to first sale, and so therefore we think that'll be in January of 2027.
M14 news is big, but there's also news that I frankly didn't see coming: shotguns.
Yes, as many of our customers and competitors may remember, about a year ago, the government, the Congress, and the President signed it into law, the National Defense Authorization Act. And in it was a provision for the military departments to provide a one-time transfer of shotguns to the civilian marksmanship program. So all the military departments are going through that process now, looking at what they have on hand, determining what is surplus and can be transferred to the CMP. The Army is, I think, further along than the others, and so we're starting to get a picture of what that might look like. And so we're expecting between 2,000 and 3,000 shotguns from the Army. We expect them probably in the fall of this year, and 438 of those are the 1897 Winchester trench shotguns. So that, those are magnificent pieces of history, and we can't wait to see what those look like.
Very cool. The cowboy action shooters will be ready to grab one of those, I'm sure. That's exciting. There's additional news when it comes to 1911s, yes?
Yes, there is. So for all our 1911 lovers out there, for many years now, we've had a lifetime limit on M1911 pistols. At first it was 2 per person per lifetime. A year or so ago we bumped that up to 4. At the end of this year, we're going to sunset the lifetime limit, and on 1 January 2027 the limit will change to 2 per person per year. So those of you that have bought 4, your lifetime limit, you'll be able to buy 2 again beginning on 1 January. So we're really excited about that, and our inventory of pistols is strong. So we certainly encourage all those folks who love the iconic 1911 to continue to buy those. They're an amazing pistol.
Procurements and sales are the driver behind the good work that the CMP is doing. It's a good feeling to be in the driver's seat with such a strong inventory, if you will. Is it not?
Yeah, it really is, and that's such a great point. And I think maybe a lot of folks who are around the CMP don't understand the synergy between our gun sales and everything else we do with competitions, training, education, summer camps, everything on the other side of the business. But it's a huge operation. We want to continue to grow it, and it takes resources to do it. I mean, we're standing right here at the national matches. We'll have between 4,000 and 5,000 competitors here. It takes a lot of resources to run this, above and beyond the fees that we charge. Those don't come close to covering all the costs. So having pipelines of rifles, and obviously the M14 news is the biggest, but we still have lots of reclaimed M1s, lots of reclaimed 03A3s. We talked about the pistols, so we have several channels of firearms that we'll continue to sell over the coming years, and they'll enable the CMP to do more to further our mission to promote marksmanship and to lead the nation in marksmanship excellence. In addition to the Camp Perry expansion, $1 million in scholarships, the partnership with the Wyoming State Shootings Complex, you can expect in the years to come that there will be more things, that the CMP will continue to grow and get bigger and better and touch more people and do more things for the shooting sports, all with a focus on firearms safety and youth.
Outstanding work by the entire team, and we're thankful for it. Now to the National Trophy Rifle Team Match results. The National Trophy goes to the high overall team. This year, it's USAMU Fitzpatrick. The Hilton Trophy goes to the high reserve component. This year, it's all guard. The Soldier of Marathon Trophy goes to the high civilian team. Ohio Service Rifle, Team Red, takes it down this time, with the help of our own Serena Juknowski. Here's Team Captain Timothy Plowman on their selection process.
We monitor everyone's scores through the year. Our coach, Joe Hendricks Jr. and I, we go over the data and look and see who's doing what. And we make a decision that's entirely, selfless towards the shooter and selfish towards the state. We want the best folks we can put forward. And for this year, Serena was our new shooter, and she did a great job in some challenging conditions. And, we were fortunate to be able to get the job done and win that Soldier Marathon again.
And of course, here's Serena.
The National Trophy Team Match is a 6-person team match, and you need to have one new shooter, and I got to be the new shooter for the Big Ohio team this year.
And Big Ohio team ends up high civilian.
We were the high civilian team, so we got the Soldier of Marathon Trophy, and we were also 3rd overall behind the AMU and the Guards, so it was really, really incredible. I've been wanting to be on that team for many years, and to be asked and invited after my performance in the 4-man team match with the state the week before, it was really just something that I've worked towards for years, and I'm so happy that it was able to come true.
Congratulations. Super proud of you. The Minuteman Trophy is awarded to the high junior team. This year, it's Wisconsin Cheddar. The NTT at-large team is Team Integrix. And finally, the National Trophy Team M1 Garand Award goes to the GCA M1 Garand Social Club. Now to the news surrounding the expansion of the Gary Anderson Competition Center. Monday saw the ceremonial groundbreaking. Chief Competitions Officer of International Disciplines, Brad Donahoe, was Master of Ceremonies.
The goal was never simply to add another range. It was to create opportunities for junior competitors, support collegiate and national level programs, and provide America's current and future Olympians with a place to prepare for the world stage. The vision for the facility is to expand on an already excellent competition center here, the Gary Anderson Competition Center, which offers some of the best air gun matches that you're going to find in the United States.
You're looking at the existing competition center behind me. We are more than doubling the capacity and capability that we'll have for indoor shooting here on Camp Perry, and we really look forward to hosting, hundreds and hundreds of junior athletes and youth shooters, if not thousands, per year over the coming years once this complex is complete.
We are building the future, and long after all of us are gone, this will remain. This partnership will remain. A partnership that has been in place, codified in federal law and been in place for so many years. It will remain.
This project really matters, and it really matters because it's going to be an icon, and it's going to serve people that have no experience up to gold medal winners, right? And how cool is that?
We're training the youth of today for tomorrow. It's so important we remember that they're the ones that are going to take this country over, and we want to make sure that they're the ones that will be representing us in the future.
This has been a long time coming. It's been a multi-year effort to develop the vision for this, to go through the planning, to get all the construction documents signed and approved with all of the details that go into that, and to break ground here today. And so all of the CMP, speaking for all of the CMP, we are thrilled to get to this point, to break ground and to see this amazing project off and running.
With air rifle in mind, Randy Holmes and Crosman are this week's vendor showcase.
My name is Randy Holmes. I'm with the Crosman Corporation, and I am a special products manager, which is youth shooting special project.
Excellent. And so that includes the Challenger air rifle?
Well, primarily, yes.
Yeah, I mean, very, very popular. Tell me take me through it.
Wow, boy, this could take hours, but I'll hit the highlights.
Yeah, do it.
And I don't know if you're familiar with the older Challenger, which was the Challenger, the CH 2009. It came out in 2009. This is a new version, the CH 2021, hence We started production in 2021. The improvements that we made to it, the biggest advantage is that it's a regulated gun. And I got a great example of that. I have a cutaway of the gun, and the big advantage of this gun is it has a regulator. Why is a regulator important? Because your air reservoir is going to hold 3,000 psi. Your regulator is going to dictate to right about 940 psi, so your valve is only being fed 940 psi, but consistently. Every shot, the regulate does its job. It regulates at 940 psi, so your shot pressure, your shot delivery is the same throughout the whole 3,000 psi fill. So it's going to go from 3,000, you're going to shoot it down to about 1,000 because your reg's set at 940. And that'll give you about 335 to 350 very consistent shots with a standard shot deviation of no more than 5 or 6 feet per second from shot to shot.
Amazing.
So we listen to the shooters, we listen to the coaches. We just don't produce something, you build it and they shall buy it, right? Big mistake. We build prototypes so we get them out in the hands of people. It's like right now I'm introducing a pellet made exclusively for this gun. So part of my trip here to the CMP is I'm putting these pellets in a few key coaches and teams with known shooters to evaluate the pellet. Give me your feedback. What'd you experience? What do I need to change? What's your opinion? And that's how we base our product model off, is literally, feedback from the end user. So this is a perfect example of it. But when we created this gun, we put them out in the hands of coaches. And they're what I'm going to call, maybe I label it wrong, but a CMP level shooter. I try to put the guns or the product in known teams that are successful at the CMP level.
And at a $650 price point.
Gets more kids shooting.
Love it.
And that's what it comes down to. You have to make it affordable. And in this day and age, youth shooting, and I love telling people, they ask me, what do you do for a living, Randy? And I tell them I sell guns to kids.
In a nice way.
Yeah. But that's what it comes down to in the junior ROTC, the 4-H, American Legion, schools that have shooting teams, charter schools and that. It's the future of America, it really is. And the shooting discipline teaches them a lot more than just how to shoot. They're learning self-confidence. They can rely on themselves. Just good ethics. And I see these coaches working miracles with them.
That Crosman Challenger is special. Also special, the National Infantry Trophy Team Match, aka the Rattle Battle. The Infantry Trophy for high overall goes to USAMU Fitzpatrick. The Celtic Chieftain Trophy for high reserve component goes to USAR Palmer. Here are the Infantry Trophy at large results. And here are the recipients of the Infantry Trophy M1 Garand Award. The Leatherneck Trophy goes to the High Civilian Team. And the Magnificent 7 Trophy, also known as the Junior Infantry Team Trophy, goes to Wisconsin Cheddar. Now on to the National Trophy Team Individual Awards. Here are the results there. The National Civilian Rifle Team is made up of the 6th highest scoring civilian competitors in the National Trophy Rifle Team Match, along with the captain and coach. All received the Elihu Root Gold medals. On to the National Trophy Individual and the National Trophy Team Aggregate. Here are your recipients there. And finally, the P100, National Trophy Individual and National Trophy Team Aggregate. Here are those recipients. That gets us to this week's Junior Spotlight. He's high junior in the 2400 aggregate. He took the Freedom's Fire Trophy with teammate Riley Greer, along with several other team and individual awards. He's a member of the Miami Rifle and Pistol Club and Ohio Junior Service Rifle Team. Eli Graff is this week's Junior Spotlight.
My name's Eli Graff. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I got involved in service rifle through my uncle. He introduced me to the sport 3 years ago. I started shooting club matches and it's just gone on from there. The 2400 aggregate is 3 days of 80-shot matches. I won 3 out of the 4 high junior stages, and I was the overall high junior. And for the 4-man team match, I was the high individual with a score of 499 and 27 X's. I would say my greatest accomplishments are going distinguished, being the high CMP championship junior 2 years running now, and shooting a 499, which is my new personal best. My future goals are to work on my shot process and better myself as a shooter so that I can hopefully do better in the future. So I reload all my own ammunition. I'm very meticulous when I reload. It helps me be more calm when I'm shooting because I know I'm bringing the best gear and equipment possible to the line so that I'm able to have the best score and execute the best shots possible. I really do get into the nitty-gritty with all the reloading details. I have a very expensive lab grade scale to weigh out each powder charge, and I check almost every round with a set of calipers. So service rifle was my first and only shooting discipline. I've now grown and I've started to shoot Palma, which is iron sights at 8, 9, and 1,000 yards. 3 years ago, I had no understanding of competitive shooting. I'm honestly so impressed with how far I've come in the last 3 years. If you're a new shooter or you're just starting out, just remember to have fun, and that when it comes down to it, it's only you and how you shot the day before. I love to thank my dad and my uncle for getting me started and supporting me in my amazing journey.
Amazing journey indeed, and just 3 years into the sport. Now we turn our attention to the national CMP games matches. Correspondent Serena Juknowski has more.
Today here on Viale, they are running 10 relays, all on KCS electronic targets. There are 7 matches that people can participate in, including the Grand As Issued match, Grand Unlimited, Springfield, Vintage Military, Modern Military Unlimited, and the Roosevelt Commemorative match. These matches are extremely unique as they offer a really relaxed and fun atmosphere compared to the rest of the national trophy matches, which is why they're called the games matches. A lot of families and friends get to shoot together, come out here and have a wonderful time and compete against themselves for achievement medals. Every match, every competitor has an opportunity to earn an achievement medal, bronze, silver, or gold, based on their own individual score. And for grand shooters in the As Issued match, that comes with the opportunity to earn the Grand Collectors Association's Master Marksman badge. All of the GSMM matches have the same 30-shot course of fire, plus 5 prone sighters to make sure that you're ready to go. 10 shots slow fire prone at 200 yards, 10 shots rapid fire prone at 200 yards, and 10 shots standing at 200 yards. All of these matches occur at the same time, so you could be shooting a grand match next to someone who's shooting their Springfield match. It makes it really fun to see all of the different rifles that are out here, as well as makes it easy for especially families with younger shooters to be able to shoot together or next to each other without having to shoot the same rifle. What makes the games matches extra special are the competitors who show up in period-correct attire. Clayton Wyrick and his brother were some of the standouts this year.
Well, I'm here with my brother, and we got out of the Marine Corps about 2012. And of course, as the years have been going by, it's always something we wanted to do, come down and shoot in the national matches. And we figured that this would be an excellent year to do it before we got too old and our eyesight faded and all the other stuff that comes with age. The rifle I wanted to shoot this year was obviously the M14. It's kind of a classic. In her straight military configuration, and so I figured I'd one up and go full kit as it was in 1965. Well, we've already done, my brother and I, the President's 100. I did that with my M1 Garand, and then we did the NTI match. That was the first one I did with the M14. They knew how to make them back in the day, and I always figured if it was good enough for those guys, it's good enough for me. I'm kind of a nostalgia kind of driven guy, and before we came down here, a lot of the guys that I talked to that participate in these said, you know, it's all really modern service rifle, and even then that term service rifle is kind of loosely applied. I'll say a lot of the rifles aren't really what you would see as a Marine or a U.S. Army infantryman, and kind of really just felt motivated to come out and represent the classics. It's been an excellent experience. The one thing I can absolutely say is when I started on this little journey, I thought it was going to be a one-time gig. You know, come down here, try it 1 year, and then that was it. You kind of forget about it, go back to doing whatever you're doing. I can actually say with how good everybody here on the line has been and the camaraderie and the overall positive attitude, I'm probably going to have to make this a yearly thing.
Probably make it a yearly thing? Okay, Clayton, we'll see you next year. Here are the results from the National John C. Garand match and the Unlimited Garand match. Here are the category winners from the National Springfield Rifle match and the National Vintage Military Rifle match. Special note, Carrie Lewis swept High Lady in the Springfield, Vintage Military, Garand, and Modern Military matches. Amazing. Here's the winner of the National Garand, Springfield, and Vintage Military 3-gun aggregate. And here are the category winners for the National Modern Military match. New match records were set in the junior and grand senior categories. A major weather event occurred during the vintage sniper match. Serena has more on that.
Competitors were evacuated from Viale after Relay 1 was called to the line. Some people still wearing their shooting coats, sent all the way down to the pits, pulled the targets down there for about 30 seconds before everyone was ordered on trolleys all the way back to the parking lot. Gear, keys, guns are all left at 300, and there's an umbrella flying around out there. You can see how crazy it's getting.
Hi, I'm Helen Rose Pangolinan. We just had to evacuate Viale because there's a storm with clouds spinning. And then while we were evacuating, the second cart on the trolley broke. The wheel broke off. We got pits for about 30 seconds. And then we went onto the trolleys and then took the fastest trolley ride of my life. And now we're here. And it was really funny. Happy vintage sniper match.
We got everybody off the range. That cell cleared. We were given permission to go back hot. So we got everybody back out there. And while we were out there, we said, hey, why don't we give it a shot and try to run this match? So we got everybody up on the line and we started to fire and realized that the conditions were just still too poor to be able to continue the match. So out of the abundance of safety, we ended up canceling the match. We'd love to be able to control the weather, but it's a little out of our control sometimes, and we push the envelope as much as we can, but we want to make sure that everybody's safe. So,
another legendary Camp Perry story. Thanks again, Serena. In Unlimited Modern Military, here's your winner. And here's the winner of the National Garand, Springfield, Vintage, and Modern Military 4-gun aggregate. And the National Roosevelt commemorative match finished up like this. Now to the results from the Fulton Armory M14 Heritage match. Here are the winners in the as-issued class. And here are the top performers in the Unlimited class. Now to the National Rimfire Sporter match results. Here are the O-class results and the T-class results. Here are the TU class winners. Special note, Command Sergeant Major Stephen Slee taking overall in both T and TU. Finally, here are the M-class results. The month of national matches is not just about competition. As we've seen, a great deal of time goes into knowledge and education. And many of the elite competitors volunteer to pass on their expertise to new shooters.
I'm Brandon Green. I'm here at the Gary Anderson Air Rifle Building, Camp Perry, Ohio, and we are teaching the VFB Acme junior rifle clinic, high power clinic. This is kind of an advanced junior clinic, so all of these juniors that are in here are, they understand the basics of rifle marksmanship, so we're trying to get them up into the advanced levels of competition. So we're going over positions, of course we went over firearm safety, but the finer points of positions, shot processes, wind reading, we'll get out on the range and actually do some shooting at 600 here in a bit. And just utilizing the gear to the best of their ability to get the support they need to break good center shots. So that's what this is all about. Members of the Acme Rifle Team and the Veterans Family Brigade rifle teams all come together and kind of combine their knowledge, their years of experience out here at the national matches, and talk through lessons learned, talk through how we do things to get the best possible scores we can get downrange, and kind of pass those lessons forward to the juniors.
While juniors were learning new tips from some of the best in the sport, parents had an opportunity to attend a team-oriented reloading clinic put on by Acme Rifles, RCBS, and Hodgdon.
We had some conversation between us and Acme Rifles and the Civilian Marksmanship program on how to get some industry support and engagement here at the national matches. And obviously, a large portion of the shooters here competing are hand loaders, and so we wanted to try and have a clinic to talk with them a little bit more, try and help them become a little bit better hand loader, more proficient, and show off some of the new tools and equipment that we've been able to launch over the last couple of years and let them get some hands-on time with that stuff. This reloading seminar was based on programs that are loading for a large number of shooters, specifically juniors, or we had some of the military teams attending as well, aimed at helping them understand how to load large amounts of ammo for multiple different guns, multiple different shooters, and be able to ensure that they have accurate ammo that's also reliable in multiple different rifles. I'd like to thank the CMP for having us here and giving us this opportunity to engage with consumers and be able to talk about hand loading. Obviously, our business is centered around hand loading and around serving shooters throughout lots of different disciplines. So it's always great to be up here, spend time with them, get feedback from them, and give them a chance to see some of the things we're doing to try and provide them with better tools for their hand loading hobby. Just another reason you should be attending the national matches. Remember, all of the results reported in this episode were current at the time of recording. Consult the CMP's competition tracker if you find a discrepancy. And now we leave you with competitor and range safety officer Joe Rondon on cello with our great nation's national anthem.